Minecraft is a game. Yep, that's all I have to say about that. Let's get to the video. What's cooking, my hot potatoes? Don't worry about what that was at the beginning. I don't know what that was. But today I'm going to be talking about Minecraft Xbox 360 Edition and basically its pros and cons. Is it a game that you should get nowadays? Is it worth it? Are the differences enough are they good enough? And are they enough to play these days compared to like just getting Java Edition? First, we're going to be talking about the survival single player aspect because, you know, not everyone has friends, sadly. So the first pro, which I always talk about whenever I play this game, is the GUI. It's actually very good. You can craft things so easily, so fast, and it's just really nice to use. And of course, in Minecraft Bedrock, which is what everything uses now, even consoles, it's the same crafting as the original Java edition on console, which is a lot slower. And it's kind of sad that they didn't at least port the crafting. Like Bedrock could just be a source, like a base for these different platforms, but then they could do tiny tweaks to each one, not gameplay wise, but like in the GUI. Like Minecraft Bedrock on console could have the same console GUI, but they don't, so that's pretty sad. Mobile could have its touchscreen controls, and then the computer version could have more. The computer version's mostly fine, but also Bedrock just sucks. So another upside is that progression is slow, and you might be like, wait a minute, if the progression's slow, isn't that bad? But in Java Edition, whenever I play with my friends or whatever, I can get diamond armor in about 30-40 minutes or so, and that's pretty quick because diamonds just spawn way too much. You just find one cave and you get enough iron to make full iron armor pretty quickly, and then diamonds are right there. You're like, diamonds, 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 left and right, which can be nice. But if you want to play the game for a longer period of time and not, because a lot of people want to play Minecraft longer, but because they feel like they don't have anything to do anymore in their worlds, they just quit. That's why it's like the two-week Minecraft phase, as everybody has heard. Progression being slow is actually a good thing. I've been playing my one Minecraft world for a week or two now, and I still don't have diamond armor. Villagers even, they use doors to breed, which is actually insane. Diamonds are way rarer in the console edition, and I didn't clarify this earlier, but I'm specifically talking about the equivalent to 1.13, and I'm also talking about the Xbox 360 edition because that's the one I have on hand and that I've been playing. So there might be some differences in like the PS4 edition or the Nintendo Switch edition. If any of you watching even has that, that's actually crazy. Let me know if you have the Nintendo Switch edition because you're a good person. Progression slow equal good, because then you play the game for a lot longer and it kind of feels like you have more things to look forward to. Oh, I didn't even write this down on my notes, but the rails go 2 times as fast as in the Bedrock or Java edition. In the Bedrock and Java edition, I think it goes like 8 blocks per second, but in console, it goes 16 blocks per second. That is very fast. Because they were trying to add increased minecart speed to Java, but it's still a developer option you have to set when you make your world. You can't like just turn it on whenever or use a command, which is kind of dumb in my opinion, but at least they have it. At least they have the option now, because all those funny videos of just villagers flying off the rails and whatever. But yeah, the minecarts are pretty cool. And then the limited world size, there's a downside to that, but it can also be an upside. The limited world size kind of forces you to be creative, and it's fun. It's kind of fun to adventure the world. And then you can, since it's so small, you can kind of build things in every part of the world, like build a house in every different biome, and they're not too far apart. They're like right there. You can just run over to them. And I'll be talking about the multiplayer later, but this is kind of cool for the multiplayer aspect too. Limited world size can be good, but it can also be bad, and we'll talk about that later. The game is challenging. So what I mean by this is kind of the controls. I bet if you play on a controller a lot, you probably don't have that much of a problem. It's not too challenging for you, but like if you would set it to hard mode and then use a controller, fighting mobs and stuff could be pretty hard. Back to the progression is slow. It's slow, but not too hard, but also not too easy. It's like a really good balance. I really like the progression in the legacy console editions. It is a little challenging. I usually have it set to normal mode, so I'm pretty fine. I'm kind of a normal kind of guy, if you know what I mean. No, but what I mean is like every game I play, if there's a difficulty, I just set it to like medium or normal or whatever. I don't want it to be easy because like where's the fun in that? But I don't want it to be hard and be like And then the view distance is actually decent. There's not really more to this. It's just that you can see a good amount in the world. View distance isn't really a problem. You can reset the nether and the end. I bet at least one person didn't know that. You can reset the nether and end. I don't know about Bedrock Edition, but I know in Java Edition, if you have a world or a server, you can just go into the files and delete the end or delete the nether, and it'll be completely reset once you go back into the end or nether. But that's, you kind of have to go out of your way and you have to know a little bit of knowledge of computers. So it's easy for me because I use a computer all the time, so, well, that might not be a good thing. But just being able to press a button to reset the nether and end is very nice, especially since they're small, which we're also going to be talking about pretty soon. The nostalgia. I think everybody wants a little piece of that nostalgia. But yeah, it's pretty nostalgic. The first time I played the console edition was a long time ago, and I was super little and didn't even know how to control the game, but it still feels nostalgic to me. Old versions of Minecraft and stuff. The tutorial world. Now I understand why they haven't put this in like modern versions of the game or anything, because basically everybody on this earth knows how to play Minecraft. If you don't know how to play Minecraft, you're a loser. Nah, I'm just kidding. You're not a loser. But yeah, the tutorial world is pretty fun to just jump into and explore, especially in the later versions. But if you want more nostalgia, you probably want to not update your game and just stay on whatever version is on your disc and play that tutorial world for extra nostalgia. And now we're on to the cons. The small world size can lead to certain biomes and structures not being able to generate. Now this is actually a pretty big problem, in my opinion, because I have this one world where I actually have everything I need, really. I have an ocean monument, sunken ships, and a bunch of desert temples, and a woodland mansion, so I kind of have everything. But there's always going to be like, there's too many biomes in Minecraft for console edition to fit in its world. So there's probably always going to be at least one biome, or maybe even two, that you'll never see. Unless you make another world and you, like, I don't know, play two worlds simultaneously or something, but that's not a good fix. And structures too. I have one world that I play with friends that doesn't even have an ocean monument, and it only has one desert temple, and it doesn't even have a jungle. Yeah, that's pretty bad. And the resolution of the game is actually... Now, I don't know if this is a fact, I just kind of noticed it from playing, but it feels... I don't know if it's the lack of anti-aliasing or whatever. An anti-aliasing, basically when there's like a line on the screen that's vertical in any way, but with anti-aliasing it kind of smooths it out by blending them together, you know. So it might be the lack of that, but it just feels lower resolution than other 360 games, because I played other 360 games and they actually seemed fine, even though the 360 is only 1080p. But that's also fine because 1080p is what a lot of people have. But I think Minecraft runs a little lower than that just to keep it afloat and not explode your console. But yeah. And the nether and end are frankly disgustingly tiny. The nether is 288 by 288 blocks. And you're like, 200? That must be so big. But no, you can literally walk across one end to the other in like 1 minute even. That's so tiny. And you only get, at least they made it so that you always get an end fortress. At least I think so, because every world I've had, I've always had an end fortress. But the end is also pretty small. Now we're on to the multiplayer. So the multiplayer is actually very fun, in my opinion. Here, some of the pros. One of the pros is it has built-in mini games, and there's actually 3 of them. There is Battle, Tumble, and Glide. So Battle is like basically Hunger Games, and then Tumble is Spleef, but there's a little bit of a twist sometimes. Sometimes you have snowballs that you throw to break the blocks, or you have a shovel like normal to break the blocks to kill the other person. And then there's Glide. Now Glide is very fun because the Elytra, I didn't even talk about this actually. Another pro of the game overall is that the Elytra actually has like a slight tilting effect whenever you turn in the sky, which I guess for some people who are like, I don't know, they get nauseous about everything all the time or something, might get nauseous from it, going like, ooh, ooh. But I personally think it's pretty cool. And I don't really get nauseous to like anything, not even VR. So I'm pretty lucky with that. But it's very cool, which also makes the glide minigame really fun to play. Glide minigame, very fun. You go through an entire level, a really nicely made, well-detailed level, and you go. There's even custom things like these things of wind that make you go a bit higher in case you need to go like that in the level. And then there's also these boosters in the game too. It's actually really cool, and I'm very sad they don't have that in Minecraft at all anymore. If I missed anything, let me know, you guys. The multiplayer survival mode is pretty normal, and there's split screen. And then the online setup, like setting up a world to play online or a mini game, is so incredibly easy. It's like click, click, done. And then here's some cons. You need Xbox Live, at least for the 360 edition, like I said, is the one I'm talking about. You need Xbox Live to play it online, so that's pretty bad. You have to pay a subscription just to play the game online, which it's still online, but I don't know how long it's gonna be until it finally goes offline. There's a lot of games on the 360 that are actually still online. There is small screen space if you play split screen. So it's cool that it has split screen, but of course you're gonna have, if you're playing with two people, it's actually mostly fine. I usually like playing like vertical, like with a line down the middle, like this. I'm trying to make a line. So like one person's on this side and one person's on this side of the screen instead of top and bottom, because top and bottom feels really cramped, but left and right is pretty good. But then if you're playing with like 3 or 4 people, then you get like a fourth of the screen, which is pretty small. You have to either play close to the screen or just not be able to see a lot of things most of the time, which can be pretty bad. No, yeah, it's pretty bad, but that's a problem with all split screen games. I mean, if you don't have like a 100,000 inch TV or something to play on, then you're cooked. And the world size, again, it's like the world size is good, the world size is bad, it's good, it's bad, it's good, blah, 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 blah. But in multiplayer, I haven't had this issue. I played with like 4 people simultaneously online before, but the world size could make it feel cramped. Somebody out there feels that it's too small and too confined, but I kind of think that's a plus side, but it could be a con. But yeah, so like I said, I've been playing Xbox 360 edition a lot recently, like a lot, and it's been pretty fun. Even though there's all these cons, I'll put them on the screen now. The pros and the cons. Okay, the pros and the cons of online are here, and then of the single player, like survival aspect, are here. So you can look at those. But even though there's all those cons, I feel like the pros kind of outweigh the cons, because I've been having a ton of fun playing Minecraft Xbox 360 edition. So is it worth it to get it today? Well, if you don't have an Xbox, you have to buy an Xbox. And then if you don't have the game, you have to buy the game. Unless you mod your Xbox, but then you have the risk of getting console banned. So you do have to spend quite a bit of money just to play Minecraft. Oh, that's also including the controller, but that 360 controller is actually fire. I'm not even gonna lie. But yeah, I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. But let me know what you guys think. Comment down below. Let me know if you think I'm a complete stupid idiot and need to go to a mental asylum. Or let me know if you agreed. If you agreed with some of the stuff that I said, or all of it, or whatever. I really would like to know what you guys think. Now it's the outro bit, so I guess if you don't want to see the outro, get out of here! But if you want to see it, I have a couple cool announcements. Well, probably only one cool announcement, but like and subscribe. Let's just get that out of here. And then when I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm actually going to be opening a Discord server where we can play games together like Minecraft and I would say Roblox, but Roblox it's just gone down the drain, guys. We'll play games together, I'll chat with you guys, it'll be all good and fun. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Later, hot potatoes.